start this with if you're a white racist, fuck you. And if you're a black racist, fuck you. In America today, we need to change our ways. Growing up, I never looked at race, I just saw a human face. But that doesn't change the fact a crooked white man helped make this a crooked place. In slavery, that's something we as whites can never take back. Our ancestors gave us heavy hearts and the burden of trying to explain that. I'm sorry. It's with genuine pride and sympathy that I say that. Man, I hate that. I hate that. However, I'm looking at race like it's the end of times. 98% of blacks voted Obama, 58% of whites voted for Trump. Then that gets called the hate crime. The fuck? No offense, but we're all a bit crooked, just like God said, and we never mistook it. But until I breathe my last breath to see the end of these deaths, pay back all our debts, I must confess, I'm upset. I love you all, but this had to be addressed. Now see, Trump's in office, whether you like it or not, he's president regardless. While he's out being hostile, we'll make it even harder. And if I die by these words, then I wanna be known as rap smarter, not by these offenses. I personally never had white privilege. I've had jobs not call me back. I've messed up and sat behind fences while we lollygag on making a difference. And I apologize for attempting to make black culture my own, but I have so much respect. I mean, look at the way your culture's grown. For real. Nothing will take that from you. And if your skin has been a problem for you, then I wish we could trade shoes, trade views. I really do. It's all love, man. It's all love. That's good and bad in every race. White trash crackers exist, that's just part of the play. But if they cause you problems, F that honky white boy. That's coming from a honky white boy who doesn't like the void between our nation. Maybe we should legalize weed so together we can start baking instead of thinking too much and blaming everybody else for a sin that we've all touched. I'll perform this at clubs, trying to relay the message, hoping after I don't get torn up or have my face dented. But that's the streets we're paving, isn't it? Violence is never the answer, cause it costs the lives of innocents. I believe racism will end when we quit talking about it, but I doubt it. So I've been trying to walk around it instead of giving into the mountain of corrupt politics and all of this. But maybe this voice can help call it quits. How about we focus on mental illness and alcoholics instead of hating on every fucking body? I think hate's what they call it, yeah. For the record, I thought Obama was cool as hell. He could have been better, that's just a human in himself. All it takes is heart and a little bit of hell to realize heaven is a place for all men to dwell. Yeah, for all men to dwell. And when we open those gates, we won't be looking at race, but grace. And that's the world I wanna chase. Yeah. Chase it, baby. I'm not racist. I don't hate. I don't discriminate. Not homophobic. So let me get this straight, kids. That's no pun intended when you bully the gay kids with just as much wisdom. There's a disconnect between our own personal anguish as it leaves our hearts and left us so unattended. Yeah, left us so unattended. Damn it, the Bible says a man shouldn't sleep with a man, but if you accept him as savior, then he should understand. Am I right? Is he there to answer? No, he's not. I can't blame anybody that doesn't believe in God. I've just seen things in my life that made me believe in beyond. There's such a perfect order of life to think of. Instead we infect minds and tell them to smoke and drink it off. I'm one of the most guilty as a rapper. I tell kids about drugs, but not eternity thereafter. Lord, I apologize for my graphics. Yeah, it's havoc. It's havoc. But that's a perfect representation of our world, cause it's not a perfect world. Like how my perfect girl had to hang from a tree like a fucking squirrel, giving bad dreams to the point I wake up and fucking hurl. And with that in my sight, how could I change the world if I couldn't even keep Sarah alive? You can't blame yourself. The hardest person to tame is yourself. And I give you that gift of wisdom like I'm in a sleigh with the bells. The only bell I can hear sometimes is the one from hell. I think I'm breaking turtles out their shells, saying everything I can, but it's not about the music sells. I want America to be a nation that never fails, but we're not headed in that direction. That's my confession that I dread in my adolescence. Life itself is a blessing. The fact people can take another's life is a lesson. That even though we're brethren, made in the same image, the devil is still scandalous. The play is like a scrimmage. Sometimes he plays a good game. Fuck skin color, we're one and the same, fighting the same battles against the same rage that we try to block out and lock in the same cage. This that type of shit that keeps me up late. I'm not racist. I'm not against blacks, whites, or Asians, not Hispanics or anybody from any region that came from Homo sapiens. That's man, by the way. The same men I find lame. I can't blame the Bible for having unanswered questions, but I can blame the man claiming facts with his guessing. God thinks like this. Really, Reverend? Did his words say that, or is that just silly suggesting? I'm so sick of this shit, my soul is congested with snot in my lungs that I breathe with my air, and then it spreads the infection. My one problem was God is he could stop all the guessing. He can make himself known and stop everybody from going to hell. And fuck, I should stop. Just know I don't know, but I love my God. I love everyone around me, even if you look odd like 135, bitch. I'm not racist. I wasn't born that way. Who knows, maybe we can be reborn someday. Eliminate the hate from the Royal Rumble and send it packing the long way, you feel me? I'm not racist. That's real. Yancey, baby. Thank you. Spread the word and share the love. Remix collection coming soon.